Welcome to Module 5. Week 5 of this course is designed to recognize the overall value of instructional design. You will explore media and visual design in the instructional design process, and you will conclude the program by developing a one-week course applying the instructional design techniques presented. In every guidance section, we have discussed the importance of correlating learning outcomes with assignments. All assignments, assessments should directly correlate with the specific learning outcomes you select for your own course. I encourage you to analyze and implement these principles as you work on your course this week. In order to complete this week's assignment successfully, you should read Chapter 11 and Chapter 12 from your textbook. Next, you need to choose whether you are going to use lore.com or whether you're going to choose the Course Developer's template in order to create your course. The Student Guide recommends that you review the website article Web Style Guide. This website provides information and some very visual examples of how specific colors and formats work well together. The course guide also recommends that you check out the variety of applications that are available on the website go2web20.net. This website has links to over 100 applications. They are categorized so you can look at the ones that you find most interesting. Some of the links I followed were fabulous, but there were a couple of links that the application was missing. I found the last website about storyboarding very interesting. It also made me do a little exploration on my own, and I found a link to a free storyboard software package that I've added to my list of things to check out. If you're also interested in that, let me know and I'll send you that link. The first discussion board assignment is about media production. The text indicates that the media production process operates in 3 stages: pre-production, production, and post-production. Different skills are needed for each one of these stages. This discussion assignment asks you to answer specific questions from the following scenario. When working on a team where you have to take on a number of production roles and considering your own skill set, what would your role be during pre-production, production, or post-production? How would you ensure good communication with your production team? What could you do to resolve conflicts as they arise? The second discussion board assignment is about visual design. Visual design plays an important role in the overall effectiveness of a course. Review the 2 examples of visual design and evaluate both by applying the following fundamental rules of visual design. Is the information presented in a way that is easy to read? Is the information presented in a way that is easy to understand? Do the instructional materials look professional? Is the visual display attractive? As you respond to classmates, this assignment asks you to compare your own evaluation of the visual media to theirs, and to discuss a time where effective visual design was evident in your class and helped the learning process, and also discuss where poor visual design had a negative impact on your learning experience. This journal assignment requires you to reflect upon the piece that you archived in your e-portfolio. In 150 to 200 words, You are to reflect on how your finished project meets specific course learning outcomes and program learning outcomes. I want to spend a few minutes discussing the final assignment for this class. I made a list of some simple suggestions that will help you. First, it is very important to review the components of this actual assignment. This will provide an answer for the question, what is it that you will be expected to do in order to complete this project successfully? Next, I suggest that you look at the specific rubric that I have to grade you by. Follow specific directions for the assignment. This includes making a decision as to whether or not you will use LORE or whether you will use the course template. Create your course. If you have revised and fine-tuned the assignments throughout the course, this will be fairly easy. If you have not, this will probably be a challenge. Creating the course is part one of the assignment. Let's take a few minutes to review the criteria. Once you have created your course, you will need to complete part two of the assignment. I suggest reviewing the rubric and proofing your work before you submit the link and invite me to view your course. What should your course include? Your course should include a description of your program and your specific course. It should also have weekly learning outcomes, course learning outcomes, and program learning outcomes. Next, let's move to assignments. This course should have a minimum of 2 rigorous discussion assignments and 1 rigorous summative assignment for the week. These should be aligned to outcomes. You will need to create a rubric for instructors and students to see how the assignments will be graded. These evaluative tools should correlate with the learning outcomes, assignments, and assessments. Just as our course has required and recommended resources, your course should contain required and recommended resources. There should be a variety in the type of assignments that are in your course. Make sure to include different multimedia aspects. Let's take a few minutes to review part 2 of this assignment. In part 2 of this assignment, you will write a paper which expects you to analyze and justify the choices you have made as an instructional designer. Provide a thorough description to the following questions. How were you able to synthesize learning theories and models of instructional design into the course? How do research, trends, and issues related to the field of instructional design contribute to your course? How were you able to engage the learner in critical thinking? How did you meet the needs of diverse learners? Evaluate yourself. What are at least 2 ways you could improve on your own instructional process? This assignment requires you to use APA format and to use a minimum of 3 credible resources. Your textbook counts as one of the 3 resources. This page contains information on the references used in this guidance section. You will also find active links on the instructional guidance page. It has been a fast 5 weeks. I look forward to seeing your courses. I'm sure they will be fabulous. If you have any questions, don't forget you can contact me by email, phone, or ask the instructor. I check all 3 of these sources at least twice a day.